with Rhonda Smith, who's been voted as one of America's 3 most beautiful women by More magazine, and she has just launched a wonderful new site for breast cancer survivors called Breast Cancer Partner. Welcome, Rhonda. I'm so glad to be interviewing you.
Thank you, Paula. I appreciate you providing the opportunity for me.
I guess what I'm most interested in, just to start off with, is what does it feel like to receive this type of recognition?
Well, it's an awesome experience. I still kind of, feel like it didn't really happen. It's kind of surreal. But I'm really happy that I have the opportunity. It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing for me, and it's still settling in a little bit.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'm also curious about the site, the new site. I mean, you're a survivor. You've been there down in the trenches just like I have.
Right.
And tell me what makes this site really important for breast cancer survivors.
Well, to answer that question, I kind of have to connect the answer to the contest that I won.
Perfect.
So I wrote a story on my breast cancer journey for More magazine and entered a contest to talk about why this is the most fabulous time in my life. And I wrote about my breast cancer journey and the fact that I was able to emerge from this experience with a new identity, a new purpose in life, and just a totally different perspective on how I choose to live my life and what that really means. And so, because of my own journey, I was inspired to create Breast Cancer Partner, which is a website for breast cancer survivors who are actually done with treatment, and it focuses on recovery through health and wellness. And I was inspired by my own experience because I found it to be a bit more difficult for me after treatment was over than it was literally going through treatment.
Yeah.
Because as you know, there's a huge infrastructure in place once you're diagnosed and as you're going through treatment. But when you're done, you're done. And your doctor says, come back and see me in 3 months or 6 months, and you're kind of left up to your own devices to figure it out from there. So because of some of the issues and challenges and own personal discoveries that I went through as part of that recovery process post-treatment, and talking to other breast cancer survivors like yourself and researchers and doctors who deal with patients in that way, I found out I wasn't the only one who had that experience.
Yeah.
And so I thought, well, maybe there's something here that I can, do to help others and share my experience and what I've learned from others for their benefit as well.
Oh, that's awesome, Rhonda. And I really know what you mean, because when we get diagnosed, it's like we're told, oh, go do your surgery, do your treatment, and then your life will go back to normal.
Yeah, well,
I mean, we face the death word. There isn't
exactly.
any normal there anymore. So it's really, and it's very unusual that most, like you said, most places focus on what do you do during treatment. So finding a resource for rebuilding your life, because gosh, statistically, we live long lives now. It's not like 20 years ago when it's a death sentence or whatever. So
that is true. And so what I wanted to do, or at least I hope to do, is inspire other women to know that they can live a life that's vibrant and they can emerge from this experience. And it doesn't have to be a death sentence, but they can emerge from this experience being better, stronger, bolder, and more vibrant than ever before. And the other important thing is, too, when we talk about survivorship, most of the survivorship plans or conversations really focus more so on the medical care,
absolutely,
post-treatment, but just in learning from the community, I think it's important to have a more complete plan for your survivorship that includes not just the physical aspect in terms of your medical care, but physical in terms of what do you do to stay healthy, whether through nutrition and exercise, looking at the mental, physical, social and emotional aspects and spiritual aspects too of recovery, because all those things play into how you fare through that whole process. And I think taking a more holistic and integrated approach really helps enhance your survivorship and quality of life overall.
I think you're so right, Rhonda. I really do. And when you think about it, the whole concept of going back to normal when it's done, well, something made us sick.
Right.
And so the resources and support that you're offering for people, I think, is much needed. And I think it's a growing area of focus in the oncology healthcare community today.
Thank you. And then you talk about going back to normal. But you and I both know that the normal that we know post-treatment is not the same normal that we knew before treatment. So what is that new normal that you experience, because you know that you can't just pick up, or you don't just pick up your life where you left it off before your diagnosis. And so it's really discovering a lot about yourself and your life in a post-treatment situation. So
absolutely,
it is really a new normal.
So tell us, give us a little taste of what people can find on the website.
Sure. Well, the whole theme of the website is recover, restore, re-energize your life after treatment. And so it really focuses on those three areas, and it talks about how do you overcome treatment and restore your life back to whatever your new normal is, and how do you really re-energize your life so that you can be a more vibrant, bolder, stronger person than before.
That's awesome. Well, I've had a chance to look at the site, and I think not only is it beautiful, but there's a really ton of really great information. You've gathered lots of resources in lots of different areas, and I think that anybody who visits this is going to really find something that they can use.
Well, thank you very much.
And that's kind of what it's all about.
Yeah, I like I said, I hope to inspire other women to really want to focus on their health and wellness, because that's an important part. And really, I think there's people who are not breast cancer survivors or cancer survivors can also benefit from the information there, because we all want to live a more healthy and full life and a long life also. So there's tons of resources that talk about nutrition, exercise, and the benefits of really taking a more holistic approach to your health and well-being.
Oh, that's wonderful. Is there anything that stands out for you that you want people to know about being a survivor or about the site?
Well, I think that the most important thing is, again, you don't have to look at cancer as a death sentence. And I know that probably the biggest impact that it's had on me is to really take a step back and reevaluate my life and my priorities and put my health first. Because if I don't do that, I'm no good for anything else. And not that it wasn't important in the beginning, but I think I'm a lot more deliberate and diligent about putting my health first and making that a priority, and really managing my time and how I live my life a lot better so that I can take better care of me in the process of doing that, and learning how to say no. And being okay with it, I think, is probably the most important thing. And I know that you also had a very busy life before your diagnosis, being a professional woman too, and traveling and having a very demanding job. And while it's great, it also can put a lot of wear and tear on you.
It does.
And so I think my biggest learning experience is really understanding what's important to me and reprioritizing things in my life and taking better care of me in that process.
Oh, that's awesome. Tell us how we can find the site and find you.
Sure. You can go to www.breastcancerpartner.com, and you can email me at rmsmith@breastcancerpartner.com.
Wonderful. Thanks, Rhonda. It's so great to have you
Paula.
here.
Thank you so much.
Okay.